Hey guys, Jerry here, and welcome back to GregTech. I have been insanely busy, real life as well as in GregTech. I've been sifting through an obscene amount of redstone dust, just trying to get enough chrome to actually make the vacuum freezer afterwards. Like, we have one advanced machine casing. I need 6 of them, which means I'll have to make 2 recipes worth. And 1 recipe worth of this is 6 chrome plus 4 chrome plus the 4 titanium here. So 10 chrome for 1 recipe worth. And in, quite frankly, a lot of time I've managed to gather just 10 chrome. I've been to the desert mining rubies, I've been going through redstone, getting tons of ruby dust. And I guess I'm just gonna have to sacrifice pretty much every single ruby I have, because, well, this is just taking absolutely forever. And I'm not having the most fun in the world doing it, I must admit. But yeah, let's just keep these going with all the redstone looking stuff in there, and slowly but surely there's bound to be some chrome in it for us. While I was in the dungeon I found another, while I was in the desert I found another dungeon, so managed to gather quite a bit of iridium from there, so that's good. That's always nice. But yeah, anyway, let us quickly see, is my titanium ready here? Yes, it is. Which means we can cook up these 4 titanium into plates. Shouldn't take too long. And along, do we have a steel machine hull left over? Most likely not. So we're gonna have to fabricate that as well. You can see there's a lot of stuff that goes on into making these simple little blocks here, and I can't even really make it go in here because I'm already busy making these data control computer circuits, which we also need for the advanced machine casings. So just so much stuff going on. These 4 I've been making with the platinum I had, the tiny amount of platinum I had. So, well, anyway, those are done now, and the machine casing appears to be going on quite nicely. It goes fast. I also lost my rubber boots, so I had to make a new pair. I have a bad habit of going into underground with just a hazmat suit on here, and it's really not providing the best of protection that as you could probably imagine. So yeah, anyway, let us quickly find the casing recipe here. Machine block and advanced machine casing. There we are. That's another 4. So we need 1 more of these damn things, which I need to make an entire recipe just to get 1 of them. Hopefully they're used in other structures as well further on, because as it is right now I don't see any more uses for them, but crossing my fingers that it'll all be worth it. I can't really do much more with the blast furnace here, like it's at 200, it's 2,500, and it's pretty much made up of entirely advanced and reinforced, so even if I wanted to, like, there's no other things I can just replace to make it yeah, to free up 1 of these machine casings. I could dismantle it, of course. Hold on to that thought for a moment. Do I have any steel plates here? Yes, I do. Basically, I also need... Let me just quickly put this down on the floor so I can see the recipe. I need 8... 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 reinforced things for it. I have 2. So that means, of course, I'll need to make 5 recipes worth of those. Which is also gonna take absolute ages, because I need to make a ton of advanced circuits. I don't have enough of those. Which means I'll need to use a bunch more electrum and silicon here. Let's just go all out, shall we? There we go. That'll take a couple of ages to complete, but yeah, it'll be done before too long. Let's just quickly store this in here, and then I'm gonna move on to another thing that we can do in the meantime. Because I love when you guys comment, and I love especially when you give me good advice that I can use for something. And a guy commented recently that I could increase the temperature of my nuclear reactor by adding in some reactor plating. So, heat capacity reactor plating. This stuff should allow me to basically have higher temperature inside, which again, because it's a MOX reactor, should give me higher energy output. So reactor plating is a lead plate and advanced alloy. Now I'm hoping I have one advanced alloy left. That's not a lot. But since I really only need one to just try this out, I guess we can just go ahead with that. I need to make 8 copper plates as well. Just toss those in here. I tend to like the metal former because I don't have the circuit in here to prevent it from making thick plates or whatever, so I guess I could always make 8 without problem, but if I wanted to make 16, then it would end up making a thick plate for me. So I gotta be a bit careful about how much I stuff in there. I do believe that I'm running the nuke right now. Let's just quickly have a look. Yes, I am. I definitely am running the nuke right now. I was running a lot of chrome and stuff through the blast furnace, which also reminds me I need to run 4 more titanium through it. That's always fun. How are we doing over here? 4? Am I actually doing anything else in any of these other machines? Doesn't appear so. I can misclick, however. I'm very good at that. Very, very good at that. So let's just have a look here. We got 3 ruby dust in here. We got almost 3 ruby dust in here. That should almost allow me to get 1 more chrome of the 10 we need. And even so, I think we're gonna need chrome for a bunch of other stuff, especially like when we get into the fusion stuff. See, superconductors, tungsten plate, iridium reinforced, whatever, bunch of stuff. Anyway, I'm fairly certain chrome is necessary, so let's just keep making it. I really hate going through this many resources in such a short amount of time. Like, if I'd settled in a desert, rubies, I bet, would be much less of a problem than they are. They are, as far as I can tell, the easiest way, the fastest way to get the chrome, but they're also kind of rare. So I should probably just, you know, spend a lot of time in some good armor with mining glacier down in the desert and just, you know, gather up a pile of them. Basically, every 2 ruby ores you find, you're guaranteed at the very least 1 bit of chrome if you put it through the industrial grinder. 1 ruby ore siltouched in there gives 2 small piles of ruby dust. Or chrome dust directly, actually, so it's very, very efficient. On top of that, it gives you, I think, 2 small piles of ruby dust as well, and 2 full rubies, so for every, like, 3 thing you put in there, you get another chrome dust. So if you put 3 in, you get 4 chrome dust. That's pretty much how it works. Pretty efficient, but again, the poor things are kind of hard to find. So anyway, let's try. We have 1 heat capacity reactor plating here, so let's just walk over there and stuff that somewhere and see if we can actually measure the distance, or measure if just 1 is gonna be enough to actually make a difference. So let's put this over here somewhere. Oh, look at that. That lowered the... Basically, we're gonna have to bring it back up to 257. So let's get the temperature up a bit here. Again, this is something that takes kind of careful monitoring. And I'm just worried, like, because we keep the reactor hot, if we ever accidentally move this thing, the reactor will just instantly blow once we... So this thing is in here for good now. Alright, let's see. Are we getting up to about the point where we were before? Let's just quickly have a look. We are getting up to about the point where we are before, but... while it does appear that the heat capacity has been changed, it does not appear that the actual temperature, see, it's at a higher percentage than it was before, and that's why there's more power coming from it. The addition of this thing did not... What the fuck just happened there? Okay, what the... beep just happened there. Something caused all the things to completely get randomly rearranged, and it was not me. I did not click anything there. I did not even have my mouse or my hand on my mouse or my keyboard. Let's have a look at the damage here. Stuff spewed all over the place. Reactor completely gone. Okay, so I have absolutely no clue what happened there. Something glitched, lagged, whatever, something caused the sorting of the nuclear reactor to completely randomize itself, which again resulted, as you saw, in my untimely death. Now, I won't shit you guys around. I've been cleaning up in creative mode. Basically, that was not my fault, and I refuse to accept responsibility for it. Something happened. I did not touch my keyboard. I did not touch my mouse. It just shifted everything around, ended up blowing up the reactor. Not my fault. So, I've spent some time in creative mode, just fixing it, bringing it up to the state we were before. As you can see, I think I've managed to gather pretty much all my stuff, at least all the stuff I care about. So, not a big loss there, but again, considering how long I spent like getting this reactor up and running and how much energy and resources has gone into it, I refuse to accept it just all blowing up because some sort of random malfunction of the game, some sort of lag. Like that's not. It's not supposed to happen like that. Stuff is not supposed to shift around on its own inside the reactor. I did not click middle mouse. I did not do anything of the sort. But in any case, the end result was that the heat capacitor reactor plating there did not live up to the hype. Yes, it does increase the heat capacity, meaning that if your reactor is about to blow up, you can toss it in there and then cool it down before you remove it again. Oh, I already put one in here again. Okay, good. I guess I might have spawned one in too many. I'll just delete this one. I only had one, so... Anyway, the reactor plating did not live up to the height. You put it in, it effectively reduces the amount of power you produce. While it shouldn't affect the temperature, it did reduce the power being done. So it doesn't really increase the temperature capacity. It might increase the heat capacity, which, again, just means that it'll need more energy to reach the same temperature. But it will not increase the actual operating temperature of the reactor, meaning that there is no increase in power from it. So... that's us one lesson richer, I guess. One painful lesson. Not fun to clean that stuff up, even in creative, and definitely not fun to suffer through an untimely demise like that. But at least, I guess it makes for good TV. I must admit, I stopped recording after that. As you can see in the video, there's a big gap there with... I probably add in some text of sorts. But... yeah, I then nearly rage quit and started looking for a backup because that. But luckily, our reactor over there actually contained the explosion pretty well. Like there was a bit of spillage out through the windows and through the door, but other than that, it actually contained it very well. So I might just replace the windows with some more granite, and it should actually be contained rather nicely, provided we don't get a much bigger reactor than we have now. So that's that. But we mentioned the vacuum freezer. Basically, what I'm suggesting is that this thing on the top here, we can basically borrow that from the industrial blast furnace here when we need it. At least until such a point in time where we have enough chrome. That would make a makeshift solution at least to the problem. But it still doesn't get us anywhere close to actually having the damn thing, because I need to make a lot of these advanced circuits, and honestly, I don't have the lapis for it. I think I have a lot of sodalite, but I need lacerite dust, I need this stuff, and then I need glowstone. I should have some more glowstone in the other house over here, and I'm just gonna check. Basically, I have the plate for the advanced circuits, but I don't have the glowstone. I don't have the components to put on, really. And it does actually appear that I've managed to use up all my glowstone. So I guess it's back to the nether for me. I can make a couple of them. I might be able to make enough. I don't know, but we can give it a shot and see how it goes from there. I must admit, I'm still a bit shaken from from just having a nuke blow up in my face. That was not fun. So, like, just to whoever suggested reactor plating, I don't blame you for blowing up my reactor. You didn't blow it up. Neither did I. The game did, out of it completely on its own. So don't feel bad about it. But yeah, it sucks. But shit happens. And luckily this is only a game. And luckily I can fix it because it's my own server and I'll make the rules. So that's that. Just a moment to breathe here. Oh yeah, these that's right, these are really slow to make. That's fun. What should we do? What should we do? I guess we can just spend a quick moment here looking at the crops again. Now, as the good Overmind DL1 has thoughtfully pointed out to me, apparently crossbreeding only works between fully grown plants. So, well, I've tried leaving some spots between fully grown plants, and they ended up having the exact same crops as they did before. This little thing here grows really slowly, but it does actually give both bones and rotten flesh, so it's quite useful. Like this one here, I just reset earlier today. The same with this one, actually, I reset. This one I reset, and this one I reset. And I have a lot of unknown seeds now because I haven't scanned these. But if we just quickly grab some crop sticks here again. Like, I'm trying to crossbreed here, but it just keeps popping up with regular crops. But I guess we can just quickly get this done here. Now, these seed bags, we haven't actually tried analyzing them before, so let's do this here. So this is pumpkin seeds. It's tier 1, and it's very resistant, but it's pretty shit other than that. This is also pumpkins. This is also pretty shit. It's actually exactly the same, so 2 shitty pumpkins. Wheat. And this one, is that any good? Nope. It grows pretty fast, but no resistance. I got this wheat seed earlier. Growth 4, gain 2, and resistance 3. So it grows quickly, gives a bunch of extra stuff, and generally is pretty good. So this one would be good for like planting out somewhere. Let's put it... I don't know. Let's put it somewhere. Get 2 of these crops, or just 1, I guess. No, maybe all 3 would be good. So let's put it right here. So we put the good wheat seeds there. Then we make a crossbreed with the potatoes. And we can take the wheat eggs and some fertilizer. Spray that, fertilize that. And we'll see what comes of that. Now, these seeds here, I need to start doing something with them, because pretty soon they will completely take over this chest. No doubt about that. But yeah, you can see bone meal and rotten flesh I got from the little crop there, so yeah, you get that. Also, these flowers here are quite pretty, but basically what they give you is, one of them just halves directly into cyan dye, and the other one gives you indigo blossom, which works like blue dye. But I must admit, blue dye is probably the last thing I need, considering how much of the damn sodalite you get from the end. I'm still not quite sure exactly what the purpose of the sodalite and that ore is. I think... Let's just have a look here. Sodalite ore uses... Industrial grinder. You get a lot of sodalite dust, a tiny bit of lacerite dust. But the sodalite itself, I guess it is a pretty decent way to get some, like if we crush it up here in the rock crusher or whatever, and we try and find the electrolyzer recipe, you can get a bunch of sodium and some silicon and aluminium from it. So I guess it is a kind of easy way to get aluminium instead of having to search for bauxite. Or pretty much everything else, because everything seems to give aluminium. But until I have enough like power to just completely ignore the cost of the blast furnace, I'm not going to be using aluminium for much more than I am now. Meaning the bare essentials, pretty much. So let's have a look. We got 24 of these, 26. That should allow us to make at least some circuits. And then while that's going on, I guess we need to crush up some more lapis. Oh, we got 3 more glowstone, I didn't know that. Anyway, we have some silver dust in here, we got some bit of diamond dust from an old sword I crossed up. Just taking a bit of the stuff and cleaning up a bit here. Now my inventory is really messy, and this reactor heat plating can just go in here and forget about it. Let's just quickly get some of this stuff reset where it should be. Food, there, torches. That's a bit better. Whatever. So let's see, these guys, like I've been getting so much mercury from going through all this stuff, so I've just started refining ores with it, without really having any purpose to it. Like I would love to find some nickel ore to get some platinum, but again I don't know where it spawns. I have considered just like netherrack just doesn't seem worth it. But stuff like the lead ore to get extra silver and gold ore to get extra gold, for instance. Copper ore to get a full bit of gold. That's the sort of stuff I've been doing here. Iridium ore I would if I had any. Simple truth there. But yeah, I don't have any. Let's just quickly grab some more redstone here and toss in to see if we can top up. There we are. And now we need to empty some of these cells. Like this process here is really not that interesting. I have a lot of pyrite, which I've also been electrolyzing over here for a bit of extra iron. Decent enough way to get some iron, I guess. It does use a bit of power, ends up producing a ton of extra sulfur that I still have no use for. But yeah, I'll find some use for it eventually, I guess. See all this mercury here. I should really just toss in some. Let's toss in some more copper. I have so much copper, and the bonus gold is always nice. But yeah, I think I'm gonna leave it here for now. You've seen me blow up. That's, I guess, enough excitement for one day. At least I know I've had enough. So until next time, I'm Jerry. This has been GregTech, where we got blown up by a nuke, and I really hope you enjoyed. Bye.